It hurts your feelings. It hurts your feelings more when they tip you a penny.
The food delivery service added this pop-up disclaimer as part of a pilot program.
It's 5 miles. And maybe there's a dollar tip, maybe. But it's just like, I don't know.
Are you going to take that order?
No, I'm not going to take that. Definitely not going to take that.
You know, there are many countries in the world with different cultures. All cultures are equal and beautiful, although I would like to live in some more than others. Like, for instance, you got Japan. In Japan, you don't tip at all. It's considered that you're insulting the person if you tip, because imagine, like, if you tip one waiter 40 yen and you tip another waiter 100 yen, it symbolizes that the other waiter is doing a better job than the other, which is absolutely ridiculous. They're all giving their 110%. Otherwise, they bring dishonor upon themselves and their family. So, due to that, Japan frowns on tipping. Then you have other countries like the United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom, tipping is very rare unless you go to London. Then you have Romania, a place where tipping is acceptable in certain circumstances, but it's fine if you don't do it. And then you have the mental illness that's spreading around the world, which is America. Like, I'm sorry, when it comes to tipping, like, even America, like, come on, you gotta admit you're going a little bit too far. I know I got a lot of American subscribers, and, you know, I don't want to insult you, but hashtag you people in this scenario, because, like, this mentality is starting to go through the internet and is sipping into other countries. Like, please prevent that from happening at least. Holy shit, like, what is wrong with tipping in the United States? I genuinely, everything wants tipping now. Like, oh, okay, so it used to be that if you go to a hairstylist, which is a job that requires creativity, if you're really happy with how he combed your hair and how he did you, okay, you give him a tip. You go to a restaurant, that requires also creativity. I guess it's like the way they deliver food, the conversation that they're doing. Okay, you give them a tip. But you can't avoid the tipping now. Like, it's getting so ridiculous that there are places with self-checkout where you don't even engage with the staff, and there's like a box where you give tips. Fuck off. And not only that, like now tipping is necessary, so it's like another added layer of inflation. If you want to travel, right, you want to get an Uber or a taxi, that's inflation because the tipping is extra. You want to go to a restaurant, you pay a tip. You want to get food at your home, you get a tip. Tip, 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 like everywhere you do is tipping. Now, the idea of tipping, as I said before, is the fact that you are encouraging a good service. Like you're happy with the service that was provided, was beyond what was required, so you're going to give a tip. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. DoorDash is testing warnings about bad service if you don't tip your driver. Thinking of skipping on a DoorDash tip? Do so at your own risk. Where's a message being tested by the food delivery provider? If you try to place an order through the DoorDash app without leaving a tip, you may get this pop-up. Orders with no tip might take longer to get delivered. Are you sure you want to continue? So, before the chuckle fuck even brings you your food, you're supposed to tip them? So what if it takes like 40 minutes for them to bring my food? What if they bring my food cold? What if they spat in it? Isn't it interesting, right? Like this is the level. Again, like you're already paying for the service. Because this is like another dumb shit. It's like, you need to pay. No, I already pay for it. I already pay for it. Like you're asking, it's like how humans do transaction. How much do you fucking want? And I give you that. Now, if I want to give you extra, that's on me. But you shouldn't require it because that's fucking extortion. And all of this is because of the greedy companies. You know, notice how Hassan Piker doesn't talk about this shit. This should be right up his fucking alley. Same with Vosh. They're so fucking disconnected from the real world because they're millionaires. They don't deal with it. It's like, oh, well, so what if I give like 20 bucks or 30 bucks? Or who fucking cares? I got millions in the bank. But for people like moi, which again, like it's starting to get a thing here because I've been told by friends that they're getting nasty looks from the waiter, and I'm like, so give them nasty looks in return. You're not obliged to tip, and if they keep doing it, call the cops because it's extortion. Like if you're going out and you're buying every single fucking day, you're paying his wage. If people don't go out to eat, they starve. It's literally how the economy works. The reason they have a job is because people go to that place. So anyway, right, it's just neither here nor there. The whole thing that really annoys me with this is that companies, instead of paying their employees, they want you to pay them. Why you to fucking pay them? The same companies that then go around and lecture you about social justice and BLM and shit and all the good stuff in society and how virtuous they are, right? Like they go around and they talk all about that and what an evil person and what an evil bigot you are because you don't think like them. The same company wants you to pay for their fucking employees. That's what annoys me the most. Pay them a fucking fair wage so that they don't need to get tips. Every single person in the service industry is like this. So we're going to pay you like below minimum wage or minimum wage, and you get to make up with the tips. So no wonder the guy's like a hungry zombie. He's like, give me the tip. Because they're not getting paid. Go to your fucking boss and complain. And then the government is like, well, they're making a lot of cash. That's not taxable. Oh, let's put a tax on all of that. I don't care if you get tips or not. There's a default tax. And yeah, no, like I understand. I understand why the guy is perking out. Like, unironically, I got nothing with the waiter. The waiter is perking out because of the situation. I get it, but like I have something with his boss. Regarding Americans, I mean, you don't have to live like this. You do understand it, right? Like you do not have to live like this. If more people would think like me, and less people would think like you, like the guy who tips, then this culture would go away. And you'd actually have a culture where you tip if you wanna. Because at the end of the day, it should be voluntary, right? Like, it's why it's called a fucking tip, and it's not called, like, part of the price. I'm very animated today. When I talk about things I care, I talk about it with passion. Because I used to be poor, and I still am. I don't consider myself rich, but I don't consider myself to be poor. It's like somewhere in the middle. But still, when I go out, it is expensive to tip. And I know I have to tip, because, again, it's the boss of the person that's serving me. It's not their fault. Right? It's not their fault that, although, like, to be honest, if no one were to tip, like, if tomorrow everyone would start, like, no, fuck tips, well, what would happen is that all these employees that aren't getting tips, they would start to go to their boss and they would say, well, I need to quit because I can't afford it. No one is tipping. And then the boss would have to go, shit, I still need servers, so they will raise the cash. It's fucking simple. But unfortunately, people aren't united. We don't have solidarity. We do not have the block fist on our hand. It's like, oh, okay. And it's just going to get worse. Like, the thing that's so much worse is that new industries are requiring tipping. Like, almost every single thing that is coming out requires a tip. It is what it is. I don't know. And the thing is, like, I really tip great. I do tip great, but I don't like it when it's actually demanded of me. Like when it's forced out of me, like I feel that I'm being extorted. Like, give me the cash or else. Or that sometimes you genuinely don't have cash. Like in Romania, they don't take tips on POS. I don't know why. They just don't. And sometimes you have like your money on credit. And the waiter is upset. It's like, where's the cash? Like, I assume in America it's worse. Like there was that TikTok video with the lady that she was taking the delivery back. But yeah, I mean, you know, I don't get the delivery at 2 p.m. I'll get it at 4. Like, another one of your colleagues is just going to have to deliver it. Eventually, one of them is going to leave them at the door. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.